Non-fungible tokens became huge in 2021 and they're going to get even bigger this year as well. It's too big of an investment opportunity to miss, especially with everything going on at the moment, which is why I've decided to start this series. Oh yeah! As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of the video, I have recently bought my first NFT, and from this point onwards I'm going to be taking you every step of the way. If you are new around here, my name is George, and I'm not going to brush over the fact that I haven't uploaded in far too long, but it has been for good reason. I have still been occupied in the meantime. I've put quite a lot of focus into my Instagram account at the moment, so I do apologise for anyone that is just subscribed to me on YouTube. But anyway, enough of the waffle. I've got big plans for this year, so let's get straight into this video. So, NFTs. Where do we begin? I'm sure a lot of you are confused as to what an NFT actually is and why there is so much attention on it at the moment. To my current understanding, this is what I know. An NFT, or a non-fungible token, is a unique unit of data which is stored on a blockchain and cannot be changed. There are a variety of different forms of NFTs that can vary in appearance, rarity, or even the format of the NFT, like a photo, video, or even an audio file. The majority of NFTs which you see at the moment are probably pieces of digital artwork, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club for example. Similar to the stock market, there is a limited supply of NFTs in comparison to shares, hence why you may have seen news of NFTs selling for millions of pounds. Supply and many other factors taken into account, like social status, are the reason why these NFTs are so popular at the moment. But don't get me wrong, not every NFT is guaranteed to go up in value over time. Although this may be the general direction for a lot of NFTs, taking into account the metaverse and how we're all going digital at the moment, I wouldn't recommend buying anything without doing your research. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. Nevertheless, I've done a little bit of looking about and I've bought my first one. On Saturday the 8th of January, there was a drop for the Mermacorno set Series 2. You're probably thinking, what on earth is that? But bear with me. On this particular NFT drop, there were 54,000 different Mermacornos put into circulation. Might just call it unicorns to make it easier. And these were released at the price of 16 gems each. And just quickly for reference, this is good to know going forwards, 1 gem equals $1 US. And the last time I checked before I put the money onto my account, I think the pound was equal to 74 cents, but it may have changed a little bit since then. Anyway, I deposited 20 gems onto my account, as you can only deposit in amounts of 5. The drop was at 4 o'clock dead on Saturday. I watched 1 or 2 videos prior to the drop just to see what happens. Basically, there's a certain area on the screen which you have to keep on pressing so you're more likely to get something when the release happens. And luckily, that was the case for me. To favour my chances of actually securing something on this drop, I decided not to screen record the live moment. But as soon as it hit 4 o'clock, the button came up, I pressed buy now, and it went through, and took me to this screen. This is pretty much the reservation screen where you confirm your purchase, and you have just under 3 minutes. And as you can see, it says it is a blind box purchase, meaning I could get any one of the 8 unicorns which are released on the drop, all of which have different rarities going from common to secret rare, and I bet you can tell which one is worth the most. Obviously, I decided to go through with the purchase, and afterwards I was left with this screen saying I had 1 order pending delivery, and at this point I still didn't know which unicorn I'd received, and after around 2 to 3 hours later it finally came through into my account, and this was a unicorn which I got. Drumroll please. Aquaria. It's only a common one, but I think it looks pretty cool to be honest. Once purchased, it goes into your collectibles section and you can view it virtually. After a certain amount of time, you start to develop a little bit of an emotional attachment to the NFT which you've just bought. Call me a weirdo all you want, but once it's sitting there in your collectibles and it says your name there, that you own it and no one else can own it apart from you, it's special, alright? Well, I say no one else can own it, depending on how many were released on that drop as how many other people own the same one as you. But obviously yours is the only one which is owned in your name. Plus it has a different number in comparison to everybody else's. For example, mine is number 926. And this is actually quite low in comparison to how many got released in that drop. I think there were 8,000 to 9,000 of the common one which I managed to get my hands on. And also FYI, the lower your number the more valuable it is. I think this is due to the perception that it's more special, and as you can see here, look what happens to the price. I'm still getting used to the time frames on the app VeVe, but I think half an hour to an hour later the market then opens for people which got the NFT on the drop to then resell in the secondary market on the same app. From there you kind of have to give it a few days to determine the price of the NFT which you just bought. And like I mentioned earlier, this is purely done on supply and demand. What I'm saying now may have changed by the time that you're watching this video, but the last time I checked, there were around 1,000 other types of my NFT NFT on the market for sale. The lowest price coming in at around 25 to 26 gems. Now from an investment point of view, that's around a 50 to 60% return on my initial investment. And this is just in the space of a few days, which is incredible. Currently I'm still holding onto my NFT and I don't think I'm going to be selling it anytime soon. Actually, tell a lie, depending on what price it goes up to, I might consider selling. The main reason behind this is so I can buy more NFTs on other drops in the future. For example, a Spider-Man comic got released around 3 days after my NFT drop. Unfortunately, I didn't get one of them and I really wish I did. But hey ho, they're hard to get on the drops. Some people unfortunately use bot accounts and it does make it quite difficult. But it doesn't mean it's not worth taking a chance initially. Now I'm going to cover some important points which you definitely do need to know. As of yet, the app VeVe doesn't have a cash withdrawal method.
Hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
As it is still in the beta stage of its development. Now some of you are probably thinking, oh, red alarms, you can't take your money out. Well, wait a sec. As we currently speak, they are testing this method with a certain group of users and they're gradually expanding it out. Once it is successful and it works well, they will release it to everybody in one big update. Not only this, they are very proactive on their Instagram and their Twitter accounts with responding to users' complaints and dealing with issues. In addition to this, there are many creators, some of the likes of Andrei, Jikh, who is a massive financial YouTuber, who do back the account. Sorry, I meant app. Andrei, Jikh in particular, has put thousands of pounds into VeVe. I'm not saying you should do the same. By all means, you invest whatever you want, or don't invest any if you really don't want to. But it's just nice to know, and it gives you a little bit of peace of mind that other people who are very financially aware are doing this same thing as you. These updates about the app I'm going to keep a close eye on going forwards, and I'm sure a lot of people are as well, as obviously there's no point putting money into the account if you can't get it back, because you might as well just go tip it down the drain. I am also aware of other apps like OpenSea as well. OpenSea being the largest one, where you can actually make your own NFTs and pay to put them on the blockchain. So in that respect, I do have a little bit of information about OpenSea and what you can do on there, but I'm a little bit put off for a number of reasons. Nothing in particular, I just don't really know that much about the app at the moment, and I am aware you have to pay gas fees on certain NFT purchases. Scratch that, all NFT purchases. This I'm going to cover in the second episode of the series, so stay tuned for that one. But anyway, yeah, I like where this is going. I'm happy with my first NFT purchase, although it may not be the most expensive of all purchases, it's still a stepping stone. I'm looking to learn as much as I can about the NFT world and build up my portfolio more and more as time goes on this year. I do believe 2022 is a massive opportunity to get into the NFT world before everything really blows up, with like the metaverse for example. There are so many things I could say about it right now, but like I said, I'm going to save it for episode 2. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my first video of 2022, I really do appreciate it. Apologies once again for the inconsistency on the YouTube. I am going to make it my resolutions to try my best, but it is quite difficult sometimes.
Oh, shut up, you...
If you feel like you're going to enjoy my content coming up in the future, feel free to hit that subscribe button and leave a little like, I'd really appreciate it. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next one.